Alright, so you have your safety protection. Because it's number one, as we all know. All these science classes and shit like that. So, soldering gun, because you don't want it to go in your eyes. Now, you could get gloves. These are technically not the right type of gloves. I prefer black gloves because they're more stronger and feel more thicker and you get more grip. But nursing gloves, that'll work. So we're just going to take these off. And I would use a knife. It's a regular one, something that you can pry off. Usually I prefer the one of the little tips at edges. So you're going to start from the corner. Where you want to heat it up and take the wire off. Just work around it. Usually you can just follow around this. I want you guys to learn from my mistakes. I'll tell you when there's a mistake. There's several wires around these. Just work them around. Just go around the whole thing. You can take your pliers. Where did I set my pliers now? I'm supposed to have everything right to the side. Alright, you need your pliers. Each one of these, you want to try to push them up. Now, if you really want to put this thing back together, same way. Just make sure you record yourself. Unless you have a really good memory. Usually people like that really good. For me, I don't. And I just want the parts because, this apocalypse shit's going to come on. You want to make sure you have the best type of stuff. Especially with a working TV. I have a whole bunch of my flat screen. We don't use these dinosaur TVs though. Even though if it's working, you get your parts out of it. Free parts. For apocalypse reasons or whatever you want. And after this, after that one over there, this boy, that's going to be the next one. And then the smaller one. We'll probably do the smaller one next. And then the big one last. We'll count all the parts that we have. Shit's going to be rocking. We took apart one of these TVs before. I didn't record it. Probably should have. Alright. Usually the cords get not as hot. I'll tell you if it's hot. Just kind of move them out of the way. They get irritating for me. I have OCD. Just keep on working around. If you wanted to be safe, you could use the pliers to work around. Because honestly, that just burnt my finger. That's what not to do. Just make sure it's all the way around, and then an air at least for 10 seconds, and you can touch it. Or you can just move your soldering gun and move it around with it. I mean, it's just colored wire. It's not like it's charged or anything. But it will be hot if you have sensitive hands. One of these are going to be like looking like hair. Honestly, I just noticed that. And that was hot. So, use your pliers for that. My mistakes. I'm going to put a note on this video. You guys need to watch it first. At least to see if you like it. Because safety first, you know. And go for the blue one. You're going to go for the counterclockwise. You can go clockwise. I mean, to me it's clockwise. I don't know. Whatever. To me, I don't know. It's whatever you guys prefer. But usually with these bigger cords, you don't have to move them around. Just have to heat up the cord or heat up the solder. Just give it a little tug. That one was a little bit hard. And soon we'll have this whole thing able to move. Work on the other side. It's another one of these messy little cords. Oh, you actually can just wiggle like that. Now, if you have one of these things that have a little star in the middle, that's why I'm saying these things are shitty. Because you can't move the whole thing without bending your little star. This one looks like a screw because I guess it has another cord onto it. Great. Trying another theory at the same time. Sorry about that, guys. Actually, we're going to skip that one. We'll go take out this. So now at least we can have one more tug room. Find out what's the next tug. Next thing, when you feel like a little tug, find out which one would like to move. I guess it's these ones. So that means this is just loose. Great, now we got one part off. Now with this stuff, you just follow the cords and just untwist them. So everything's untwisted and it looks nice to you. So I'm going to do that really fast. Try to do it fast. Search what's going on. Make it go around. It's going to look like a mess, guys. Now for me, because I don't want to get too confused, if you're taking it apart, or if you're taking it apart just to get to the parts, or to see what's inside, make it simple. Just start cutting this stuff. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't care if you guys are trying to replace something. That's what you do. But if you're trying to get to the parts and you want as much string as possible and you want to be very positioned with it, take your time and do what you like to do and just unwrap it. I have OCD and I want to make this film small and I just want to take this thing apart. So I'm just going to start cutting wires until they're at least small, because I want you guys to at least see that what's next. So I'm going to cut all these wires. Let's go around ones that we just unsoldered. I'll tell you what needs to be unwound, so if it does get close, alright, so I guess this one, it's going to go in the hole. This one, it's a little tricky. You have to work it around. It also goes in the little hole on the top, on the other side, so you'll have two of them. Right like this. You're just going to face them out. If you want to, I think you could just solder them together. Now, use pliers for this. I almost made a mistake right there. I'm just going to give it a little twist. Pinch them. And give them a little hug. Make just solder them. Just give them a little hug. I'll show that, you know what, it's facing that way. It's facing this way, just to get it out of your way, so when you take this plastic piece off, we can find out what we need. Do that on the other side. So now we just have cord and to take off all these little things. So we're going to use our knife and just work right around it. Make sure you do not destroy any of your pieces unless you notice that the piece is bad. Let's pick that little glue off until you can move it a little bit. Get under there, give it a little pop. Try to get your piece out, get your pliers. Where the fuck are my pliers? Dude, I'm losing my pliers all the time. It's gonna give it a little shake. Make sure you go for the edges. Should just take it off just like that. Put that to the side. Add onto the parts. Probably could just, well, put it right under there. I'll tell you if it's right. You might be scratching your... Yep, you could do that. You might be, the only thing when you're doing that, you just might be scratching this metal, these little metal wires. Which I probably will give it a better contact if you're trying to keep the same one. But I see nothing wrong with it. Nothing broke. The only thing that broke was the plastic. But if you're trying to keep that plastic, then I would not use the pliers to do that. I'll just use the knife. Let's add that to the next one. I should start drinking on each part. How much do you think I would get drunk out of it? Shit! What? Oh no, sorry. Just try. Knife. I'm just gonna keep on working around. I'm gonna use the knife to get a little better parts. You're gonna get the green one right in the back. work around it. Just another one of those pin ones. Just wiggle it up. You should be getting it out. Now we're going to go for the red one. Just move this black cord up. Try to wiggle it out now. Should just come right out. Now, what you could do with those, you just have to make sure that these ones, the ones you're getting. These ones will make you able to make a battery, what is it called? A magnet. It'll do a lot. I love that wire. I honestly do. That's why I like saving it. Because when you're ready, you just spoil it, and then you can make. I'll show you in one of my episodes. I'll say, you know what, reminder from this one. I don't know what they're called. I'm just gonna call them spoilers. All right. So now, I hate these little things, little turns. Those are only to adjust it, the filament. But I want to see what's inside this one tube and what makes it so special that everyone likes to look at a tube. Why? Why they do? I don't know. I just want to take it apart to find out. So, we will need the knife actually. Because what we're going to do is start cutting a little white part on this little clamp. Try to angle it up. Angle it down. Glasses are starting to fog up. Now this will be a part where it will get irritating really fast. Because I know I'm probably doing this wrong. Could probably heat it up, but I'm indoors right now and I don't have a good proper ventilation system. Now, doing that will scratch right here. So, you know what? I don't care about the ventilation system right now. I'll vent it out later. I'll get a big fan. I got a big wind turbine right up there. There we go. I'll get that out. Let's add it to the cord collection. Just when you're doing that, make sure you wipe that little solder part off at the tip, because it will stink up the house really fast. So, I had the wrong tool. You're really supposed to use a little wrench or whatever, clicker, ratchet. Or if you just want to do it my way, do it the stupid way and just start twisting it. I think you'll be able to twist it by finger soon. So those black gloves will get really good use at twisting on these. That's what she said. No, I'm joking. I should be able to make it expand. I'm just going to take this little piece off right here. It will get hard to turn eventually. You know what? Wow. It has a plus sign right here, so that's my mistake. Sorry, I'll just take that out. I'm just going to twist it off. Wow. Sometimes, this is why I say I need you to watch the video again. Just gonna put that right around like that and take that piece off. If you want it, you can have it. Let's do the same thing on the top. This one doesn't have that little white piece, so I'm happy about that. Alright, so next thing is we're going to take a break. So I'll start it up right when I get back. Alright, now we're back. Alright, so I know it probably looked like I only took like a 2-second break. But I had to grab a beer. Good cold tea in life. Glasses on. Good safety. Whatever. You know. Alright, now what we're going to do is just try to... We'll go right around it. Each little piece. Let me get my garbage over here. Little cup garbage. I don't want those pieces. It's just plastic. Just gonna start wiggling it around it, piece by piece. I just broke that. Ah, crap. Keep on not throwing it in the garbage. That's right in front of my fucking face. Sorry. Excuse my language. I'll try to bleep it out. I broke that piece too. These pieces are weak. They're old monster TV. These pieces are weak. I'm just going to break each piece off by flicking it up. Just make sure you don't do it near the wires. Oh, look at that. It just comes right off. Look at that tube. Woo. And since you have that little tube off, these will just come right off. Yes, and there's my gloves ripping. So, that's why the black ones are better. Now, if you can see that, you could just bend these pieces. Or snap them. To get to your wire. Or if you want, just twist this. Solder it. Just put it right on this little piece right here. Flip it around. That'll be your holder. So it'll melt it a little bit. There you go. Clean your solder gun off. I'm not going to do that. Now if you want, you could just move it right around it. Get my little knife and just wedge that out. Or just bend those down. Just do that the whole way. This is going to keep on wrapping around the same way. You could just I'm gonna snap that little piece off. Fuck it. Excuse my language again. I'm gonna follow it this way. Same thing over here. This will get twisted up. And you have your nice little wire that you can do whatever you want with. I'll keep that to the side and I'll wrap it around a toilet roll. Fuck it, you guys have a whole bunch, right? Look, you got a little plastic piece that you can just put right in the garbage. And you can see that it's still locked on. That's because this tube goes all the way down, all the way down. There's pieces, you know, wedge it around, get that little white part off. And then you would have a little part. Let's see if I can angle it a little better. Whoa, hold on. Whoa, camera's turning. Well, you would have these little pieces right there, you just snap right off. Or you can get your pliers and I think you just take it off, or twist it off. I'm gonna check right around it, find out what's next, why it's not coming off. It's because there's rubber underneath it, man. Wow. So this won't hurt it if you just pull it off. I just got afraid, a little afraid. Alright, there. So, you're going to follow this slit. Put your knife in there. Just give it a little cut. I'm going to take a flathead. Where I use this. Pry it right off. There's nothing in there that's going to hurt it. Hold on to your tube. Don't hold on to your tube. Well, this piece can just, you know, there you go. You just take it off like that. Wow. Now you're still going to have this tube. It's going to be connected to this big thing. Don't take that personal. But you have your wire. You slip that right in here like this. I'm just going to work right around it. There you go, go for this side. This wire is a genius work. You can take it, extend it, see what you have to do. And since you just soldered that just a little bit, you can just pull it right off. Same goes with these little. Same goes with these little ones. Just make them all come off. And it should come right like this. Just move that all around, take that little piece off. Hit your knife wherever I put that again. Jam it in there, a little seal, just a little pop. Go right under it. This is all just glue that's holding this in. Break that part off because you're going to have some metal magnets right here. Just pop that off like that. Put this in here. You're going to have, yeah, don't be cutting your wire right here. That's what I just did. That's the biggest mistake I made. Just going to have another little plug on this side, or attachment right here. Nothing but a little bit of pliers won't help. Give it a little twist. Break that little hook off. Now I don't know what this stuff right here is, but you could just pull that right off. Just be working around it.